Thank you, Chair. My name is Kwambua, Senator Gitui, a member of this committee.
Through the Chair, Cherargei Kiprotich is my name, Senator of the Republic of Kenya, representing the great people of Nandi. And Chair, there is difference between being known and popular. Thank you.
We might have to put you under oath to explain the difference, but it is not necessary at this point. My name is Sen.Kajwang. I'm the senator from Homa Bay County, and I chair this committee. The clerks supporting us.
Good morning. My name is George Otieno, committee clerk.
Good morning, Kibet Kevin, committee clerk.
Good morning, Malcolm Gugel, legal counsel.
Good morning,
members. Osman Hira, researcher.
Good morning, Shali Milemo, Hansard officer.
Good morning, Charles Oyasi, Hansard.
I'm John Ferris, Sergeant at Arms.
Sinsalat, fiscal analyst.
That's all, Chair, from us.
You're welcome, OAG.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. My name is Dr. Simon Abosu, Director of Audit, OAG.
Good morning, Chair and members. I'm Rick Party, Class 1 officer.
You are just the two of you today?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome. National Treasury.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Edith Kanata from the National Treasury.
Karibu, Controller of Budgets.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Gilbert Gachagua from Office of Control of Budget. Thank you.
Karibu, and finally, EACC.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. Patricia Chebet from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, liaison to this committee.
You're welcome. Clerk, can you confirm whether we invited the County Assembly of Homa Bay?
Yes, Chair, we did, and the chairman of the committee is here.
Chair or member of County Assembly of Homa Bay, if present as a distinct delegation. Okay, give him the mic. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do at the County Assembly.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm Honorable Waka Nicholas, the Chair of Public Accounts and Investment Committee in the County Assembly of Homa Bay. Thank you.
Do you have other members with you?
No, I came alone.
Do you have a clerk of the committee?
My clerk of my committee did not accompany me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. I want to believe that you are here representing the Assembly rather than being part of the governor's delegation.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm here representing the County Assembly of Homa Bay.
Excellent. Yeah.
Thank you.
As the chair of the committee.
As the chair of the committee.
Fine. At the right time, you will update us on how far you have gone with consideration of these reports.
I will when that time comes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Governor Homa Bay, please go on record.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Gladys Wanga, Governor of Homa Bay County.
Are you alone or you're accompanied by officers?
I am accompanied by officers of the county government of Homa Bay. I'm also accompanied by my deputy governor, whom I will ask to introduce himself.
Okay, so we can allow your delegation to everyone just to introduce themselves for record purposes.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. My name is Joseph Magwanga, the Deputy Governor, Homa Bay County. Thank you. I am also the head of agriculture, irrigation, and livestock. Thank you, Chair.
Fine. The other members, name and your designation in the county.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Solomon Obiero, CEC member in charge of finance and economic planning.
Good morning, Chair and Committee. My name is Alphonse Wera, Chief Officer for Finance at the County Government of Homa Bay.
Good morning, Chair, members. My name is Frederick Orego, County Attorney, Homa Bay.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Professor Bernard Mook, the County Secretary.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Okello Sita, Head of Accounts, Homa Bay County.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Irene Agdika, the Director, Human Resource Management and Development.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable members, my name is Roslyn Omolo, CC for Governance.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Grace Masio Sewe. I am the CCM for Public Health and Medical Services.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Malit Sarah. I'm the CCM in charge of the Department of Blue Economy, Fisheries, Mining and Digital Economy in Homa Bay County. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Engineer Elijah Munga. I'm the CC in charge of Sports, Culture and Social Services, Homa Bay County.
Yes, good morning, Chair. My name is Dr. Tobias Konyango. I'm the Chair of the Revenue Board of Homa Bay County.
Good morning, Chair. My name is John Ongedi, Audit Committee Chairman.
Good morning, Chair and the honorable members of the committee. My name is Isaiah Okoto, Chair, Public Service Board, Homa Bay County.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Samuel Masiwo, County Manager, Office of the Senator of Homa Bay. I'm not part of the Governor's delegation. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Dr. Lo Joash, the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Investment, Marketing, Tourism, Cooperative Development, and Youth Affairs, Homa Bay.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Dr. John Agili. I'm the CCM member in charge of water, sanitation, environment, energy, forestry, and climate change. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Martin Opere, the CCM in charge of education, Homa Bay County.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Danny Shonyango, CCM in charge of roads, public works, transport and infrastructure, Homa Bay County.
Good morning, Chair, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Peter Ogola, the CCM in charge of lands, physical planning, housing and urban development, Homa Bay County. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Stephen Muga, Communications Director.
Thank you, Chair. I think that is our team that is in the room at the moment. We have other members of the team who will be called in on needs basis.
Okay, that's fine. We will, for purposes of managing time, I'm sure my members might want to make some observations about the density of doctors and engineers in the delegation, but that's how Homa Bay is. I think let's proceed to the oathing, then you can make those observations at that point. So the next order will be administration of oath and tabling of documents.
I, Gladys Wanga, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee in respect of the matters before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
You may table the responses.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I hereby table the following documents before the committee. Management responses and accompanying annexures for the report of the County Public Accounts Committee on the report of the Auditor General on the audited financial statements for the County Executive of Homa Bay for the financial year 2023-2024, and the management responses and accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the receiver of revenue for the County Executive of Homa Bay for the financial year 2023-2024.
Okay, so let's just quickly confirm the Auditor General. Have you been able to review what's been tabled before us, and are you in a position to guide us?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. We were able to receive the responses, the annexures on time, and we are ready to proceed for everything.
Clerk of the Senate?
Yes, Chair, I do confirm that we received the documents on time.
Unless there are preliminary observations, I think then we'll just go straight to the reports that are before us. But before we go to the detailed report of the Auditor General, I think it's important also to just, for purposes of clarity, to reiterate why we are here. We are here to deal with the report of the Auditor General for the financial year 2023-2024. The Senate has made significant strides in being up to date. A year or two back, we used to call you for 3-4-year-old audit reports. And we took the view, of course, guided by the Constitution and certain decisions from the courts, that this exercise needs to be done within the constitutional timelines. In February, March, we sought responses from the governor of Homa Bay on the issues that were raised by the Auditor General. Due to limitations of time, we were not able to have a physical meeting, but we relied on your written responses to do a report to the Senate. It is on that report and recommendations of the Senate that today we will be asking the governor to update us on the measures and action taken. So the parameters for today's conversation is the report of the Auditor General and the recommendations of the Senate. Some of those recommendations were for EACC or DCI to take some action, or for the governor to take some action. That is what we will be probing today. I take judicial notice that there have been conversations, particularly in the county where we come from, with regards to certain topics, some of which might be in this audit report. I have received a memorandum from contractors from Homa Bay County, and I had made it clear to them that they can reach their senator anytime using any media, using the press, using social media platforms. That is okay. But when it comes to addressing the Senate as an institution, then there are certain procedures and formalities that must be followed. And I therefore communicated to the contractors that they could file a formal memorandum or letter to the Senate, and this committee will grant them an audience. And if this committee needs to call the governor to respond to the issues they have raised, this committee will do so. So I want to encourage, be they the contractors, be they the circles and institutions, some of whom have sent petitions to me saying that statutory deductions have not been remitted. We are not rubbishing those allegations, but we are just asking we do it in a formal manner and a structured manner, so that the governor and the county executive has an opportunity also to respond to the issues. So today we will deal with the report of the Auditor General. The other related issues, if we can't process them here, we can still set another date for a broader conversation with the other stakeholders. In the earlier deliberation in the morning, we have also taken the position that we are more effective when we come to counties. And so in the month of October, or perhaps towards the end of October or early November, we intend to do a county visit to the Western Circuit, where we'll be visiting Nyamira County, we will visit Homa Bay County, and a few other neighboring counties, because some of the issues in this report require physical verification. So you can't discuss Kigoto in Nairobi. You cannot discuss water pan in Karachuonyo in Nairobi. So we will still have that opportunity to come to Homa Bay and engage those various stakeholders. So I just wanted to make that clear and to assure those who had expectations that we'll be discussing in detail issues to do with contractors, that if we do it properly and formally, then the Senate will be seized of the matter, and we will even come to Homa Bay to have that conversation. So with that, we can go to the report of the Auditor General, but I want to ask the County Assembly, first of all, whether they have processed these reports and if there are any recommendations that you may wish to share with the Senate. Chairman, Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to confirm to this Honorable Committee that we've processed this particular report. We've engaged with the executive for the purpose of this, and our recommendations were forwarded to the executive for actualization. And I believe, because I've also seen the report they've presented before you this morning, all that we actually indicated to them for the implementation has already been undertaken. And I believe they are captured before you. You will be able also to look at them and advise accordingly based on what we prosecuted within the Assembly. I thank you.
Honorable Chair, are you able to share with us your report, the report that you're referring to?
That was actually forwarded to your Secretariat through the Clerk's office.
Clerk?
Chair, no, we have not received it.
Auditor General, have you been involved in that exercise that the Chair is referring to?
Chair, we confirm that we have not been involved in that exercise. If there were committee meetings, ideally, you're supposed even to fight the Auditor General in that process. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not aware about that meeting where they prosecuted this report.
Chair, would you like to reframe your response, because it's a very specific one? We are dealing with the reports for 2023-2024 financial year.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe you might just want to think through it and let us know if indeed your committee has called members of the executive in a meeting where the Auditor General is present and you have generated recommendations that have been tabled in the Assembly, adopted, and forwarded to the executive for implementation. That is a process for 2023-2024, leave alone the other years.
Honorable Chair, I'm clear in my mind that this particular financial year in question has been processed by the Assembly, and if you give me some few minutes, it will be wired in soft to the Senate Secretariat so that you will be able to see. And I also want to bring to your attention, I really like when the Auditor General disputes, we always do a letter to the office, and you see this cannot stop us from proceeding if it is their obligation to send the officer to come and attend our meeting. But this one in particular, we've prosecuted, we've called the executive, and that is why I'm here. In a few moments, you will get to see the report before a conclusion of this meeting. But whether to confirm the position of the Auditor General, I believe if you want to engage me on that, I'm here. Thank you.
I think my colleagues could be having views on this, but I don't want us to debate it because the chair said he's going to furnish us with a report. Please get us a report, and parliaments operate in the same way. A report that indicates the date on which it was tabled,
yes,
the date on which it was adopted by the House, and it would be helpful also the forwarding letter from the clerk of the Assembly to the executive. But any process of that nature that does not involve the Auditor General is null and void. Senator Wanga.
Chair, very interesting. The chair says he likes it when the auditor disputes. Why do you like it?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Maybe through you, Chair. Can I respond to that? Honorable Chair, I don't know what the standing order states, and you see, when the clerk's office writes to the office of the Auditor General, I don't know whether it is incumbent upon us to force them to attend to our meeting, but you see, what the standing order clearly states is that when we write to them, they are supposed to avail themselves and come and
Chair, let me stop you there.
Yes.
So that we have this conversation once we have seen the report.
Thank you.
And please, you as a member, you know some of the implications of making statements that are not factual before a committee or parliament. And I am not putting any doubts, because you have promised you are going to table the report. It will be very useful. You can quickly tell your clerk to forward it to us, because we don't supervise you as a county assembly.
Yes.
You are the primary overseers. And when we find that an assembly has done a proper job, our work here at the Senate is very simple. We just take your recommendations and ask the governor, why haven't you implemented the recommendations of the county assembly?
Thank you.
So please get that document quickly. Once we get it, we shall just look at your report and life is going to be easy. I think, members, we can advise the assembly once that report has been tabled. I know we have a lot of views, but we can do it at that point. But let's remember that that report is a report authored by the Auditor General. And so if you're going to consider it, the Auditor General needs to be present. The Auditor General is a prosecutor. It's their case. It is their report. So I'll be very happy to see that report. I'll be very proud to tell my colleagues that Homa Bay County Assembly is ahead of the rest. So let's get back to the governor and deal with the reports of the Auditor General. There are three reports. There was a County Revenue Fund, the Receiver of Revenue, and the County Executive. We would have started by making some observations on the CRF report, but we shall deal with it once we get the report from the Assembly. Because one of the issues that was raised in the CRF report was on the allocations to the County Assembly. And OAG can deal with that once the Honourable Member shares with us the report they have done. We'll therefore start with the Receiver of Revenue report. It's a fairly small one. We can dispense with it and then go to the Executive report. Auditor General, on the ROR, you raised several issues. The Senate made several recommendations. Overall, how many of the Senate recommendations have been implemented? Just give us a dashboard.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. There were 18 issues that have been raised. 3 issues has already been addressed, 3 partially addressed, and 2 issues not addressed.
You said there were 18 issues.
No, 8, sorry, 8 issues.
8 issues.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so, Governor, because we didn't get to interact with you at the initial responses, where we took only the written responses, you would expect that senators might go back to the financial statements. I hope you have the financial statements. There could be some clarification that would be necessary from the financial statements. I think let's start by asking, who is the receiver of revenue in Homa Bay? Who is the designated receiver of revenue? Governor?
Thank you. This is Mr. Alphonse Wera, the Chief Officer of Finance.
The Chief Officer of Finance.
Yes.
Then just the presentation of the financial statements, I see 2 signatories to it. But one is just a signature without a name, without an ISPAC member number. Is this a legitimate certification on the financial statements? And I hope you have furnished the Governor with the detailed financial statements. It's extremely important. It's like going to church without a Bible.
They're bringing it, Chairman. Yeah.
I think this is just an observation. I probably wouldn't make a big deal out of it, even though we have taken a view that if you're a professional and a member of a professional institute, you must comply with the standards within that space. Governor, have you observed the problem?
Yes, I've seen this, Chairman. And I think
so who's that second signatory? Where it's just a... You remember we were together in Okoa, Kenya. We were told that our signatures were not valid. So you've got something that looks like an elephant there, without a name, without an ISPAC member number. So if we want to refer someone to ISPAC, how do we make that referral?
Chairman, I think this should have been properly signed. The signature here, I am advised, is the head of accounts, who is a CPA and with a full ISPAC number. So he should have put his name and his signature on it.
So if you have some referrals to make, what is the name, full name of this signatory?
It's called Stephania Okello Sita.
And ISPAC member number?
He has to put
30278.
Be on record.
Thank you, Chair. 30278.
Are you in good standing with the Institute?
Yes, I do.
If you continue signing financial statements without those details, you will cease to be in good standing. I hope you know what I mean.
Noted, Chair.
Yeah, and you had introduced that your people have PhDs and they are professors. So some of us are now starting to believe otherwise. Because if they are not confident enough to display their standing and who they are, then it is not good.
Perhaps, Chair, what you should have done for neatness is to find out from him why then he uttered a document to the Senate in the manner that he did.
Right.
Because I mean, how do you explain that? He's here, he's giving us the number. How do you even know that he's the one? Maybe the governor knows first.
Maybe that one can be confirmed by the secretariat, the ISPAC number, whether he is active or is in good standing. There are two things that chair needs to be confirmed: whether he is active and whether he is in good standing. And then number two, we need to invoke the Public Audit Act. When an officer like Zephaniah Sita signs a very serious document that has financial statements that is not properly signed, then I think we should not recommend administrative action. I think this professional misconduct and should be written to the ISPAC for punishment. Because I can imagine this recklessness and dereliction of duty that has been done. So, Chair, unless Mr. Zephaniah Sita will tell us something unique that will avert our thinking in terms of signing this documentation, then the Public Audit Act and the necessary ISPAC, he must be punished accordingly. And I think, Chair, you have made ruling where even clerical errors, these matters have been referred to the ISPAC. So, Chair, I submit that as the Secretariat check on the ISPAC number of this gentleman, this matter must be taken up by ISPAC and, of course, cited for professional misconduct. I yield, Chair.
Could we just go through the report and find out whether there are any other professional malpractices beyond the signatory ones? Then we can consolidate our case to ISPAC. But I think that's an observation that if there was some keenness, the auditor ought to have raised it and it should have been arrested at the management letter level. We expect Homa Bay to do better because the stories of on-source revenue in Homa Bay, what we hear are stories of success. But let's look at the details. So, OAG, why don't we start by looking at the systems environment? I think the governance